M0FXB, welcome to my channel. Let's do a beginner's guide for the Kenwood D75. So on this side, you've got the PTT, you've got the squelch monitor on-off button. On the other side, you've got your microphone speaker connection, and we do have micro SD card slot, which is very useful for importing and exporting items. The USB-C, which is a charging connector, and then also, well, it's a charging connector, but it's also USB interface for your PC. And then you have your DC input there, and that's the charger that comes in the box. And my one looks like this. Okay, so you can charge it using this. You've got your little connector here. If you buy the base charger, this does not fit it. You need a different charger input for the base charger. And on the top, you've got the volume control. There is not a slider on the screen when you use this. And then you've got your channel changer, which is the smaller knob, and your antenna. It's good quality antenna. I've tested it, even works well on airband. SMA connector there. And the volume knob is sunken into the head unit, which houses the GPS unit. Because yes, you have GPS, Bluetooth, and a USB interface, which is cool. Now let's turn it on for the first time. Pushing this button here, turn it on, you get that lovely color screen, straight into VFO mode. So first of all, we'll just explain that this is the UHF, VHF, HF 6 meter radio, and it receives all of those bands, mainly on the B band. So you've got your A-B button here, A and B, A and B, and to go to single screen, you go F then AB, so F, AB, and then you can toggle between A and B. What you display here, you decide in a menu that's called single display. And when we've got a GPS lock, this information will show here as well. In the background, we've got the OpenSpot system, which works well, the DV Mega Pi-Star system there, and you can find these on Facebook. Just speak to Carl at DV Mega, and they work great with this D-Star radio, and this radio has DR mode as well. Let's go back to dual receive. We're going to show you VFO mode, then memory mode. So VFO, you press number 1 and you're in VFO. To type a frequency, you just press enter. We've got 145 600. To change the mode, at the top left there it says mode. You can cycle through the modes. Now, when you're on the A band, you only get FM or DR mode, digital mode, and you get DV mode as well. When you're on the B band, so let's select the B section, turn that down. If we select mode now, it's going CW, just look here, DR mode, AM, LSB, USB, and round it goes. And it's in the B section where you can have the HF bands. So let's just go to USB, and we're going to type in, push enter. We're going to go 007150, and we are now listening to HF. You can select the internal, they call it the bar antenna. You can select the rubber duck, and then obviously you can attach an external antenna. Let's go 144, just for now, leave it there for now. AB. That 431 is picking up a signal. That's actually my DMR hotspot, but this is a D-Star radio. So if I go sometimes to back out, just press the PTT. Other times it's either press menu or mode. So let's just go into VFO mode, enter, and then we want to get onto the A band, don't we? A band, we're going to go I'll keep forgetting this, enter, 433550. Enter, and then we can go to DR mode if we want, just by pressing the digital button. Change the frequency just by turning that. If you want to change the step, you just go F, then the little hash down here, and there's your step. You can change the steps. Okay, press enter, and you've got different steps. You've got shortcuts by just pressing the F button here, which come up as a list, like so, all the way down. Some shortcuts there. The other way to do it, you press the F button, then you press one of these. So if we just press, say, F, let's do shift. So if we go F, then 7, it starts to add a shift. So that's for your repeater. You've got plus there, F7, you've got minus. If we press enter and go 1, 4, 5, 600, we've got a minus shift there already. And we can turn on the tone, which is on at the moment, but we'll just look here where the tone is. That's just at number 8, press tone, and look, your tone is changing now. Up the top here. We'll leave it on tone, and to set the frequency of the tone, you go F, then 8, and you can actually set, 94.8 Hertz ETC. So we're actually ready now to access a repeater. Push enter, and if we go M0FXB, test, test, test. Now, we're not going to get it from inside this room. I wonder what that 144,000 is receiving. But anyway, one thing you might be experiencing when you turn it on is the screen keeps going out. So go menu, then toggle across to the settings tab, select display, and the top one, press the enter and select on. Okay, you can do the timer thing, and you can set the timer there. 60 seconds, you can set the brightness, power on message, that's the single display we just talked about. You can choose what you want it to display on single. Just leave it off for now. And then the background color, press enter, you can go white, or the popular one is black. Okay, and then you've got info backlight. I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to turn that on just to see what it is. Press menu to back out. So we've added a repeater. Let's say we want to add it to memory. You can press F, then number 2, F2, and you get this list. Your list may be blank if you just turn this radio on. So you'll start off at number 0. So you just go down, press enter, and it's put it in there. Now if you want to change the shift of the repeater, because if we go back out here, as we key, it shifts it 600 kilohertz. But sometimes you might want to change that. Then you just go into the menu, press menu. You want this settings. There's 2 settings cogs, by the way. Settings there, go down to repeater, and then the offset frequency. You can choose auto, and it's going to find most of them for you automatically, or you can just manually type it in there. You can turn it. Auto is the way to go, really. So auto, just select on. So that's your repeater done. You've also managed to save it to memory. If you want to name the memory, then just go back to memory mode. Press F menu. Your memory list comes up. Choose the one you want to name. Let's say it's number 6. Press this button here, menu. And you get the word edit up here. So we're going to go edit. And you can put it into a group if you want, and you can name it by pressing enter. And we'll just for now call it GB. GB. Enter. And that's it. You've named it. You come out, and look, it's now called GB. And that's how to name a memory channel. Let's talk about D-Star. So in the background, we've got our D-Star hotspot, and it's on 4. We press, go to VFO mode, pressing number 1. We go 4, hang on a minute, I always forget to press the enter. Enter. 433550. Okay? And there it is there coming in, but we've not programmed it yet. We need to add our call sign for starters. So the way we're going to do that is press menu, toggle across to the D, press enter, and then go up and down. Until you see, where's it gone? Call sign. See call sign there? Press enter. Of course, you can use software to do this, but we're doing it all. This is how we're going to do it using just the radio. So number 1, press enter. To start changing, press dual to edit. You can delete with the same button. So all you do is go across and just start to turn and select the letters. See, and as you go along, So we'll go, might as well delete the whole lot, yeah? So we're going to delete. I'll leave the D75. No, I'll show you that bit as well, otherwise you'll forget. So we'll go, start from the beginning. Okay, hasn't saved it, so we're going to delete. I'll just pause it, but you go LM, turn it backwards for zeros, F, X, then B, go across, press enter, and then you can put your name there. I put D75, and then press enter, and it's there. We've got our call sign in. Now we need to add our hotspot into our DR memory. The quickest way to do that is to go into DR by pressing digital. Remember, you can only enter digital when you are in VFO mode. So VFO is number 1, then you tap digital, and now we're going to hold down the arrow. And we could go into our repeater list, which is massive, but the quickest way to add a hotspot, go down to our hotspot list and press enter. And we can see we've added 2 there. Now let's add another one. So to add another one, hold the down arrow, go to hotspot list, then press menu. We can edit existing ones or press add, which we're going to do now. Add, name it. So we'll just call this one HS for hotspot, HPQRS. Press enter. We can give it a subname. You could sort of say hotspot at home, but that one's not important. The call sign is important. Press enter, get your call sign in there. Now your call sign really can also be like a repeater. A call sign is just a way of linking things together, and that uses your call sign. M0, but that's a different setting anyway. But F, X, go along, B. Sorry about the annoying wait. But it's so important to get this right. Hotspot call sign, and then go keep pushing to the right until you can no longer move it, and then put in B. Okay, that's because we're on 77s. B, enter. Then go down 1, and you're going to do exactly the same by pressing enter, but you're going to add the word G for gateway. This is classic D-star stuff, this. 0, F, X, X, B, B, all the way along, then G, G, there you go, G, enter, then go down, down again. We do need to put our frequency of the hotspot in, so we're going to go enter, and it's going to be 0.4335500. That's in there. We have to put a shift in. You have to press enter, go plus or minus, because the whole system was designed around repeaters, so it's looking for that shift. And then we can make the shift 0. So go down 1, then add all the noughts. Enter, all the noughts. And once you've got everything in, you can add your location if you want, which I'm not going to do now, and then your UTC time shift. Then click right, and we've just created another hotspot. So we've got 3. So then back out completely. Now at the moment, the bottom is selecting this Derby repeater. The top is our reflectors. So the bottom is pretty much where you're going to go. The top is what you're going to connect to. It could be a XLX, XRF, or DCS reflector. So we're going to hold it down. It definitely won't be C4FM and DMR. So hold the down arrow and go to the hotspot list at the bottom. Now you could select a repeater and then you'd connect to that. For example, watch, we go to nearby repeaters, enter, and it's now searching and it's found that repeater. If I press enter, I'm going to start using that repeater. We're not going to do that. We're going to hold it down and we're going to go to the hotspot list and we're going to go to the new one we just made and hit enter. So straight away it comes to life. And we can go single receive FAB. So that's now receiving from this. You see that? Now that's your information screen. It's got the DMR number coming through because that's a DMR link. Hubnet. The call sign is the name of the gateway. To get rid of the green screen, just press menu. Okay, and then hold the arrow up and you can select reflectors. So go down to reflector, then link down to link to reflector. This is our history after we've used, these reflectors. But the manual way to add one is to select input. It says input here. So press input. Let's choose a reflector by turning the top knob. Just here. And then we'll go along with the right and we're going to go 0, 0, popular 1. And then 1. And then again, just to select C because it's 0, 0, 1 Charlie, L for link, press enter. And then when we key the mic, it's going to link us to that reflector. Okay? And then when we want to speak, we hold it up, reflector, and we go to use reflector. Now this bottom half, we want to populate that with GPS. Press the hash to turn on your GPS. Now it does take a while to lock, and I'm not sure if I'll even get a lock in this room, but that's the quick way to turn it on. You have got the menu, the GPS grid there as well. Okay, so if we do get a lock, then we can go to menu, go across to the right and down to the settings cog, enter, look for display, then go down and look for single display. There it is there. Press enter and turn that, select one of them, okay? We're going to go GPS altitude, enter. Then back out. If you can't come out all the way, press PTT. And this, if we get a lock now, this will populate with my location. The good thing about the Kenwood D75 is it does send out your location. Press menu and type 630 and it takes you to here. Now it's on at the moment. So if I go back, it's called GPS info in frame. Turn it on, yeah, or press it and turn it on. That's going to start sending our location via D-Star. But there's one more menu you need to do. Press menu 500. Okay, you need to make sure your call sign is in there. Go back one. So you need your call sign and just type in 500. And there's one more. It's menu 631. So we go menu. And thanks to Don for this, by the way. Don Arnold. Menu. Then we'll go 631. Go to the bottom. And make sure you've ticked APRS sentence, okay? So now, when we transmit on this radio using D-Star, it will transmit all of our coordinates. You can enter your coordinates manually as well. If you go to the menu, go to GPS, basic settings, we've got GPS on, okay? Which is good, that's how you turn it on. My position, enter. And that's the manual position that I put in. I made a separate video on that. So you can have manual or you can have, picking up your GPS location. Now we're not going to do an APRS video in this video, but I'll just show you the basics. Menu. Go across to APRS. Basic settings. You need to get your call sign in. Select your icon. Your position comment. Your status text stroke comment. I don't really touch any of these. Packet path, data, and data band. Oh yeah, data band. So I always select B, so it's on the sub band. Don't touch any of that. And then once you do have to either have selected your manual GPS, because if you select the normal GPS and you haven't got a lock, it won't transmit when you're on APRS. And the way you transmit on APRS, If you just turn off DR mode a minute, go F, then AB to put us back onto dual, then go AB, yeah, go 1, 4, 4, always forget to put the enter, 1, 4, 4, 800. So that's the APRS frequency in the UK. I believe in the USA it's 390 at the end. Then to turn on APRS, you just go F, then 5. We've turned on APRS 12, and I'm pretty sure that 12 stands for 1200 baud rate. And if we have a lock and we go F, then beacon, or can we just press, no, actually we don't need to press the beacon, the F button, because the beacon is in orange. It will transmit. It's not going to do it now by the looks of it. There you go. It did actually transmit then, because I had set this up. So did you see that? So that's pretty cool. That's and then obviously you've got TNC. So well, this is TNC. Let's go F5. You go to KISS 12, F5, and then we've turned it off. Now, a lot of people buy this because they want to use it as a scanner. So that's best done on the B band. Okay, so we're on the B band now. If we go enter 133850, and we've chosen our mode AM there. The power doesn't matter now. If you hold down number 1, watch how fast it scans. It's fast, yeah. And you know, you could put in 156 for marine band, you could put in a HF band, 7.100, 3.7 for 80 meters, and so on, CW. I mean, it's just so many functions in this. So we'll just stop that by just pressing number 1 again. Now, when we go more into GPS, you can go F, then 0. You'll start to get all your GPS and push to the right here, and you'll get your satellites and everything when you've got a lock. We haven't got at the moment. There's an attenuator here, there's a step. You can actually change the balance of the audio. So we turn the audio up and down with the bottom turning knob. But there's a balance button for that, which I'm pretty sure is this one here. So you go F, then 6. No, let me just get out of this menu. F6. No, I'm pressing the wrong one. Let me just get the right one. Right, there it is there. Number 9, look. Okay, and you can choose how loud the sub band is and the main band, or the A and B band, is going to be. Okay, and you can actually go up, and you will only hear, when it says operation band, you're only going to hear the band that's active that you can see. Go back. So Bluetooth. This radio has Bluetooth. Just go menu, across, down, enter. Go down to Bluetooth. Enter, enter again, turn it on, enter. Now the best way to connect anything, in my experience, is to go to pairing mode, and then in those 60 seconds, turn on the Bluetooth on your PC, on your smartphone, and it will connect. A code will appear on the screen of both items. Just approve both, and you've paired it via Bluetooth. There's another thing, if you want to program items using Bluetooth or USB, you need to tell it. So the way you do that is you go menu, back to the settings cog, press enter, go down to interface, enter, and here you need to enter and tell it if you're going to use, let's press this one here, Bluetooth or USB, and that's important. If you're going to use the DV Connect app by PA7 LIM David, you need to go to DV Gateway and turn Bluetooth on, otherwise it won't work. I've done separate videos, or made separate videos on the DV Connect app, but you can connect to reflectors without the use of the OpenSpot and the DV Mega, just using Bluetooth, and then the app runs on your smartphone. And just look that one up, DV Connect by PA7 LIM, and then Google, put into YouTube DV Connect M0FXB, you'll see my video to set that up completely. There's an attenuator button there as well, which I've selected by the looks of it, F, so that attenuates the signal. That's going to help you as well. You've got memory to VFO, so if we're in the memory now, let's go to number 2, we're in memory here, let's go on the A band. So that's memory. So let's say that's our memory. If we go F1, we've just put that into the VFO. So now we can change the frequency. So that's memory to VFO. You see memory in APRS, shift, tone select, fine tune. So you go F and then hit the start, and you're going to fine tune whichever band you're in. It's going to fine tune. So for example, if we go to HF, let's go to the B band, press the B here, and go back to VFO, and we're going to go enter 00710. We're on HF now. Turn it up, and if that, see the tuning steps there is 10 kilohertz. If I go F5, it's changed to 5. F5, let's try again, 10. I know we can go finer than that. I'm sure we can. F5. I'm sure we can. I'll look it up, but there's a fine tune button there. We'll come out of that and show you the bands. So on the B section, if we hold it to the right, 50 megs, that's not transmit. 87, of course there's broadcast radio in all these devices, and you're seeing all the different bands. 230, I don't actually know if 230 is transmit actually. It might be in the USA, let me know. So there's all your bands, HF. That's your different bands, and obviously your mode here as well. You've got your mode, all your different modes. I said earlier, you have a battery symbol, Bluetooth and GPS, but they never ever got around to fitting a slider. I'm not really sure why. They didn't do that. The new things are the digipeater selection that's there now. You go menu, APRS in the middle. There it is there, Digipeat. So I've never ever used that, so that's a new one to learn. You know about the USB-C, it's dual DR mode. So if we go to VFO and press DR, we need to come out of this. We need to be in the right band. If we go to 77s and VFO and then go to FM and now press digital, look, we've got DR mode on the B band. And if we go to the A band by pressing AB, DR mode, go to the B, DR mode. We can have dual DR mode if we want. There you are. But right now, because I've got the open spot in the background and the DV Mega, we're receiving simultaneous D star at the moment. And if it gets a bit confusing, just go A, F, B, and then you can just listen to one at a time. You don't have to listen to both. There's both. That's two separate hotspots. You know, this is why these devices don't sell cheap.
I'm just making use of the changes to the devices today, so put the 77's repeater on, which is...
There you are. To get rid of the green screen, press the menu button. There's a slight delay there, isn't there?
A Motorola, no, not a Motorola, tape on the receiver.
Go down, hotspot, open spot, that's better. I think we were receiving the same hotspot twice. So on the B section there, we've got the open spot. So if I hold the up arrow, reflector, link to reflector, and if I choose reflector 30, enter, key the mic, you see my open spot flashing there. It should speak now with a bit of luck. Come on, open spot, tell us what you're doing.
To connect to REF030 Charlie.
So I think we've covered most items. Remember, this sends packet radio, it has TNC, KISS, D-Star. It's trying to connect because someone's talking, but sometimes you can do a reboot and that helps. You know, there's no band scope on this. These little repeater things are telling you that you're using a repeater. You can look at an APRS list, not that we've had any contacts. Just press, when you're in APRS, you just press list. In DR mode, you can pull the arrow to the right. There's all the contacts that you've had. I'll show you how to go into the digital menu. So we're in digital now. So when you're in digital, you could access the digital menu. So you go F, then digital, F, digital. And that opens up a whole new world. So let's just press the first one. That's what you're getting there. Let's go back.
Open spot. Trying to connect to
DV
pod
data. So you can either use
30 Charlie.
DR mode, which is sort of the way that D-Star has been packaged, so you can import CSV files and bring in repeaters and call signs and all kinds of stuff. Or you can just use DV. Right, it's just connected, by the way. Yeah, connected to 30 Charlie. So you've got DV or DR mode. You select just by pressing enter. Voice and data. So you'll find that some programs, they won't work in voice mode. They have to be in data mode. We have that when you use the RS M1A app to send photographs. And yes, you can send photographs with this item with the app side by side. TXCS, that's telling you when you're in a D-Star connection that you've got everything set correctly. And we have there, look, we've got where we're going, the gateway, which is actually backwards. I don't know why they didn't put repeater 1 at the top. But anyway, repeater 1 is your call sign with B and then your call sign. So that's working perfect. D of our gateway. Now, what's that top one? Let's just press it. I've not used this. Standalone, local network, over the gateway, and direct input. That seems like a gateway type thing. So that's new for me. Let's go back into the digital menu. F digital. Repeater info there. Again, this is something I've never used, but it is telling us that we're on the open spot on the frequency, and it would show the location if we had a GPS lock. Mode and data, auto reply, on or off. Scan, so this one very fast. If you go scan, let's just do nearby repeaters. Look at that. Well, now it's come off from our... So you can literally be driving around and scan all the repeaters in the world. So if you know where you are and choose your region, you might find something. It's fantastic, isn't it? If you want to select your hotspot again, just hold it down. Hotspot and go to your list, and there you are. You're back on your open spot. Let's see if it'll do dual receive. That's hotspot. Yeah, we just need someone to speak on both at the same time. And then you'll see the 2 green lines. You can actually change the signal meter. There's selections to change that as well. Just quickly look at the main menu. Go menu, settings. Massive list there. Not going to show them all now. DTMF out the box and pre-programmed. So you can just key the mic and type in your DTMF. And something that no one ever points out is you've got in very faint writing here on the 74 and the 75, A, B, C, D. And that is because when you PTT and you do DTMF, you get an A, a B, a C, and a D. And I've tested that, and it definitely works. Let's go menu. There's all your repeater memories that we've been looking at. Menu. Recording voice messages. Menu. GPS, we've looked at that. APRS, the whole D-Star menu there. Look at that. Menu again. Broadcast radio. Just turn it on. Press that. Turn it on. Enter. And if no one's talking, it did try and kick in there. If I turn off the hotspot, if you go down, let me just do that again. See if I can just turn away from the is it going to let me do that? Yeah, you can turn the knob and turn away from the hotspot. I think it's only cycling through my hotspot list. If I go down, go to repeater list and just choose one. Right, and then we can now look, you can turn the knob, and so if I go to the B one, hold it down, repeater list again, like so, and we can turn it with just the turning knob. We don't have to go in and select. That's pretty cool that you can do that. And hey presto,
it's message encryption. Now there's a reason why they're doing this.
The radio's come on, and we've got the time showing as well. Press menu, press the radio again, the broadcast radio, press that, and then just turn it off. off, and you can actually, you know, auto mute. You can select how long that takes to happen. Battery wise, just remember, I mean, the battery does fit on the D74, but just remember, when you get this, they do recommend you charge it up at least 4 times. And there's some very detailed battery advice on USB-C charging and the DC charging. I'm not going to try and remember it now because I don't want to break your radio. So read that advice in the first few pages. I just turn it off. I'll just show you the battery. Now I've been using, oh, there it goes. I just dropped it on the floor. Now it's broken. There you go. That's the one that comes with it. And I'll show you the one on the D74. It does fit, and I'll show you that it does fit. That's the D74 battery. So if I get the D74 and just slide it in like so, and there you are. Fits really well actually, because the design change to help things fit snugger apparently was done with this rubber here, but I don't know that for sure. So we'll put the D75 one back in, and I highly recommend we have a spare battery here. So that's back on. Happy with that. And then the SD, just show you the SD card settings. You've seen where it goes. I actually haven't put one in yet, so let's just put one in so we can see which way around it goes. So we're going to put it in that way round, so gold side to the front, plonk it in, and then a very gentle push. If it doesn't go in easy, stop and start again, because they should always go in easy. And yeah, you should turn it off before you do that, which is something I haven't done. But anyway, it has shown it there, and we go menu, like so, across to SD card, enter. Let's format it. I'm going to click OK. Luckily it's doing it. Sometimes you need to format it in your PC first, but it seems to be working fine. That's okay. And now we can save something. If you go menu, export, and we're going to choose everything, and it's now saving. And that's very handy. You can take it out now and put it into your PC. The software that Kenwood give you is excellent. They also give you software for the screen control as well. That's excellent. You get all the drivers. You know, it's very good software. Some people choose to use RT Systems, which is excellent as well. I like tinkering with both. Let's have a look at the voice guidance, because Kenwood have put a lot of work into the voice guidance. So at the moment it's turned off. If you press menu, then go along to this setting here, and then go to audio and scroll down until you see the word voice guidance. Okay, press that. Now there's selections here. I don't know what all of them are, so I'm just going to put manual for now. Yeah, and then I'll learn more and do a completely separate video on voice guidance. So we're going to press enter, and now you've got volume controls here and speed, call sign readout, the types, USB audio out level, and so on. So let's just go menu. If we briefly press
VFO FM 433 megahertz medium,
that's reading out to us. So all I'm doing is briefly pressing the power button. If we go to DR mode, let's press it again.
BDR2 REF 030 Charlie link from repeater GB3NUB medium. So
they really have done this in a way where it's going to give you every single bit of information you may need. Now another one, let's go back and do the auto one and see what that does. So we go menu, set, audio, voice guidance. We're going to choose auto 2.
916 voice.
So as we change, let's see what happens.
AM, LSB, USB.
Let's type a frequency.
Position memory list 0. Position
I don't know how we got into memory list. I know what, I forgot to push the enter like I always do. Enter.
0 0 1 7.1 USB.
It's just good, isn't it? It's not working on the channel change when I just change like that, but it will because I press
B. VFO. USB 7.1018. Medium.
So, you know, that's just another thing that Kenwood have done. And I'll just end it because a lot of people are saying, well, why am I going to get a 74 over a 75? And it's a very fair question, but you must remember that the 74 came out 8 years ago. It's an older radio now. The fact that people are saying that the 74 is so good is testament to what a quality product this is. Now, they could have carried on just making the 74, but they took on board what people have been saying. Oh, wouldn't it be good if we had USB-C? Wouldn't it be nice to have a digipeater in there? Wouldn't it be good if we can receive DR or D-Star on both the A and the B, like we can with the Icon 52? They both will do black and white screen. They've gone with the colour here. They've gone with the older sort of style. I think it's the D72. But I really like the orange colour as well. So, you know, you've got to weigh it up. You can sell one of these in the UK for around £400. But hang on, you know, if you've already got the base charger, if you need a spare battery, by the time and you've got no accessories, by the time you rebuy those items, you may as well keep your 74, I think, because you're only going to actually get about £200 because you do need a spare battery. I really believe that. So bear that in mind. Then we talk about the new case design. I think it's a much nicer case design. It doesn't take away from the fact that the D74 is a lovely, amazing radio. But the styling with the curve and the light grey, and it was different in its day. The styling of, I think, of the 75 is nicer. You've got that rugged sort of sheen to it. Also, they've discontinued the 74. So you know you're going to get new firmware updates regular for the next, let's say, 8 years, because 2024, this one came out 2016. So you're getting the latest hardware, the latest firmware, and the latest support, and any new things that come out from Kenwood are going to be the latest. It doesn't mean they won't support the 74, because I'll never say that about Kenwood. Because I think, you know, I think they always will support they have been making amateur radio products for many, many years, and I can't see them just throwing that away for the sake of it. There is talk, and this is only a rumour. They're already designing a mobile set, and it is only a rumour. Yeah, we know that there's new HF radios coming out. So watch this space, and you know me, I'll be the first one to talk about it. So thanks so much. And if I've missed anything, and I know I have, because just look at the manual. The manual alone is going to take you a month to read. I've been here for 40 minutes talking about this radio, and I have only just touched the surface, but hopefully this has helped you. This will help you, and of course I'll be making hundreds of short videos to help you along the way with your D75, because the thing about the D75 is if you buy it and just go on a repeater and a quick chat on your hotspot, Reflector 1 Charlie, and then do nothing else, then that is a complete waste of a fantastic radio that could give you thousands of hours of fun. Just dig deep, learn the radio, and you're going to enjoy it a lot more. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Bye for now.